Hello, cookbook friends, and welcome to the Cookbook Divas YouTube channel. My name is Katie. Today, I'm going to look through field notes for Food Adventure. This is by Brad Leonen. I'm really excited because he takes things like fermentation, foraging, cooking. There's more than 80 recipes in here. It's just really a really cool book, and there's a lot of storytelling as well. From what I have seen, because I did peek at this cookbook a little earlier today, it does seem like it is more in the eastern part of the United States. So all the things that he grabs and all of the ingredients seem to resonate more over on that side. For somebody that's a Seattleite, it might not seem like this would be a good cookbook to pick up, but I like the concepts behind it. So getting out there, learning about the food that is literally right on your doorstep, and learning how to cook it yourself, whether or not you're somebody that goes in camps or you're a forager. I think it's just such a cool cookbook, and learning about the environment near you and the things that it provides, all that nourishment. So let's look at this cookbook. It is quite fun, and it's a little slick, so let's I'm going to try to be as careful as possible and try to show you as many pictures. So he dives right into it super fast. So we go into Mighty Maple, which includes recipes like shrimp and sap soup. He has fermented garlic maple syrup, glazed baby turnips, maple oatmeal, and then the next chapter is Home of the Ramps. I had to look up what a ramp was because I had no idea, and I like that in his cookbook, he actually does talk about it, explains it, how to get it. That's really nice. It's very cool that he does that. So if you guys ever have questions about any of the ingredients in here, he'll probably explain it and where it comes from. So then we move on to Eat More Squid. Next is Pool Party. Chapter 5 is Blue Claw's Baby. Chapter 6 is Tomato Love. I think all of us could get behind the Tomato Love chapter. We all probably can make tomatoes. We've got Vacation Land. Next is Flies and Sails. Then we have, I like that you guys can actually see this, I bet, because it's so big, the font. The next one is Fascinating Fungus, which, again, more on the east side, so hopefully, there's probably some things you can find on the west side or central, but be careful. Next is Whatever Fish. Chapter 11 is Delaware Water Gap. Chapter 12 is Dear Dad. Chapter 13 is My Love for the Cold, and then he goes on to thank yous. So let's kind of look through this. He does talk about all of his adventures throughout the book. He shows all of these really cool places that he goes to. This is a climbing spot in Vermont. He doesn't tell you where in Vermont, but it is somewhere in Vermont. You do want to kind of read through it. It's a fun coffee table book along with being a cool cookbook. So, yeah, and I think this is really fun for... I keep thinking of Airbnb probably because I want a vacation, but it's cool because I could see this book being in a Airbnb or some kind of place that people will rent and has a kitchen, but it's like kind of out like a cabin, and people can go out and wander around and forage while they're staying at that place, and then come back home and try to cook up a really cool meal. So I think this is a really cool book for East Siders. And then it's great, too, for West Siders, just to kind of get inspired to go see what the world has to offer. So he has highlighted some things because seasonal cooking is important. So you have spring, summer, autumn, and you do want to read through it. It's very important. So moving on to the recipes, though. He has a lot of cool stuff, not just stories, but some tools he actually uses, because there's really interesting techniques that he does, like drying kelp, for instance, how he ferments food. So there's a lot of technical aspects to this cookbook, but I don't think you necessarily need to do that if you don't want to. But it's cool to learn about. I mean, I have no, I mean, I could probably guess how you would tap a tree, but this is how you would tap a maple tree. So yes, very cool stuff. Now moving on to the actual recipes. So we have shrimp and sap soup, which is really interesting. But here's the cool part about his recipes. So at the very top, he just, a simple little blurb, how he talks about cooking with, each ingredient and whatnot. But then you'll see on the left-hand side, here's the list of ingredients. And you'll notice that some of them are highlighted. I really like that because I have ADD and I get ahead of myself all the time. And then especially if I'm reading a cookbook with a lot of directions and then I'm like, oh crap, what do I do with the butter? And then I have to look for butter in the instructions and there's butter everywhere. So I like that he has highlighted it so you can quickly go to whatever paragraph is butter or, for instance, shrimp, so that you can navigate everything a lot better. You can organize yourself because you'll know, hey, shrimp, which is in blue, is going to be step 1. So that's really nice. Let's move on. We've got maple pecan sweet potatoes. It honestly looked like a little chicken wing for me, or just a piece of chicken, but it looks really good regardless. We have, so he has a fermented maple chili workday quencher switchel. But what he does is he does talk about fermentation in general. Here's some notes. And this is something I definitely want to try to get into this year. I want to start gardening and, I'm not going to be able to eat everything I grow. So being able to learn how to ferment. So he talks about bad growth, getting a kitchen scale, the smell, ingredients and equipment you're going to want and need for that kind of thing, and his own personal tips on fermentation. Moving on, let's move away from that maple, even though maple's great. We have ramp yogurt spoon sauce. Gorgeous. It looks super refreshing. Here we go. Here's grilled ramp. If you didn't know what ramp was, now you can see it. This is how I learned. So now let's move on to Eat Squid and More. This is a chapter that a lot of us on the coast can actually use. These are beautiful. But, here we go. We talk about grilled squid skewers, chilled squid salad, which sounds really good. Let's do one more squid. Ooh, a squid pizza. These recipes are really cool. I think he had every intention of having a mix of different kinds of recipes. So things you can actually bring home, things you can use to camp, like grilled squid skewers would be something you can take with you. You could fish and then, have grilled squid for camping. And then there's things that you can just kind of have at a cabin with a small kitchen. So I like the variety of kinds of recipes he provides. We have grilled fruits. This looks beautiful. And he talks about fermenting these fruits. So that's really cool too. Shrimp cocktail. I like shrimp cocktail too, and I never really have it. Let's see. Okay, so here's another one. Blue Claws Baby. Yum crab. Okay, so, oh my god. This is my dream picture. I want to do this one day. So, he talks about how to actually catch them, which is very helpful. I've never gone crabbing before. I just really don't want to. The whole thing's just... I give so many kudos to crabbers out there. Seriously, I just don't have the heart for it. But I like to eat them, so gotta learn how to do it. We have steamed crabs. We have the butter. He has his own awesome butter recipe. We have all of the ingredients you're going to possibly need for that whole crab bake that they had. Crab rolls. So he uses crab in all kinds of stuff. So let's move on to some other things. Let's do tomatoes. He has a tomato and bean salad and then BLTs, and you can see that he's highlighted the T to let you know these are all about tomatoes. He has sourdough starters too. I know I didn't give you a picture, but it's cool that he's given us sourdough starters in general. Pizza dough. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff you can make in this cookbook. Let's see. There's a lot of vacationing things here. Okay, so scallop crudeau with citrus and chili. Ocean bomb and grilled oysters. It's kind of crazy how you would think that a lot of these recipes would be very rustic, but there's quite a few that are very elegant. Let's go through a few other ones. He has like smoked beef, chickpea labneh. Wow. Oh my goodness. And again, just gorgeous foliage. Fascinating fungus. Okay, I love fungi. I think they're really cool. But yeah, I like, so one of the most important things that he puts in here is please do not go winging it in the woods. Yes, do not do that. So I like the advice. I like the beautiful photography. Yeah, this is, I can go through this. This is a very visually stunning cookbook with lots of cool stuff all throughout. Really approachable recipes. You don't need to be somebody that goes off and forages. You can probably get a lot of the stuff at the store if you wanted to. But I like that he encourages us to kind of explore and go as far as we're comfortable with. He gives us a whole set of tools, and it's almost like a timeline. If you want to go out really far, he get in the middle of nowhere, he gives us tools and advice for that. But also, just, you know, you can have this and have a little adventure with your eyes. You don't actually have to physically go out anywhere. So this is a cool cookbook. It's Field Notes for Food Adventure by Brad Leonen. If you guys want more cookbook content, come join us on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. Also on our podcast that we publish every Friday. If you guys like this channel, make sure to subscribe and leave a comment down below. It means a lot. It's a great support, and it helps the algorithm because we all know how terrible algorithms are these days. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and we'll see you next time.